guys, it's your boy DJ School. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how to create a simple art with Coreldraw. All this method you can use it with Adobe Illustrator, you can use it with Photoshop, but their tools are different. Okay, so I started with Coreldraw though. I use Illustrator most often to do my jobs, and if I want to print, if I have any job that I want to print within, because where I am, if I want to go and print stuff, if you don't convert it to a picture format, they won't print it for you. They don't use Illustrator to print their work, they're using Coreldraw. So mostly, let me say 80% of people I know around are using Coreldraw, and from the people I'm teaching as well, they find it difficult to install Illustrator in their system, but they have old version of Photoshop and they make use of Coreldraw very well. So I decided to make a video on how to, because some design I've been seeing is kind of too much details, too much content, too much elements on it. So I always love simple design. It look classic, simplicity. I believe on simplicity. So I'm going to show you how to make this simple art, and if you have any correction to make here, please drop on the comment section. I would love to. I'm still growing as well. I would love to amend and work to that. Okay, but if you like the video, it's helpful to you, please do well to subscribe and like, comment, share to your friends, and let's learn together. Okay, from this design that you are seeing on the screen here, I'm going to break down everything I'm doing here, all the effects I'm applying here, all the fonts I'm using, the picture I'm using here. I'm going to break it down so we can understand. Okay, the size I'm using here is, when you open your Coreldraw, the first thing you need to do is to set your page size. I'm not doing this for printing, I'm doing it for uploading online. You want to run ads with Facebook, Google Ads, and so on. So make it very simple. So these are two designs I made for ads. This is the second one. Let me preview it so that okay, this is the second one, and this is the first one. This is the first one. So I'm going to work with this. I'm going to design this, and in my next video I'm going to work with the other one. So without wasting much of our time, let's jump into the screen and do something. So what I'm going to do, let me delete this off. Now the size is 7 by 6. You can set the size depending on what your client wants. Okay, but my size is 7 by 6 inches. My units, I'm using inches. So the first thing we're going to do is to add frame, because with that frame we can apply color to it. Double click on your rectangle tool, and there's a frame here. In case you mistakenly shift your frame from your page, yeah, hit P on the keyboard, it's going to fit for you. And let me just fill with 40% of black first. Always remove this outline, the contour there. So I'm going to remove that, or you can right click here and it will remove. So what I'm going to do next is to apply this, what we have in the background here. I'm going to apply this, bring it down, the gradient fill here. Stop that. Okay, this gradient here. So I'm going to go back. The tool I'm going to use is interactive fill tool. Is here, interactive. You can press G on the keyboard. G is going to give you interactive fill tool. Click on anywhere and drag. Click and drag. Click and drag. And sorry, my system is kind of slow a little bit, but I'm going to cut that off. Okay, stop this now. Okay, you click and drag. Now it's giving you a linear fill, linear effect. I'm going to change it to elliptical effect. I'm going to come down here from your property bar. You use elliptical fountain fill. So from here you can see that the inner is white and we have 40% outside. In case your one is not giving you this, you reverse it. You can click here to reverse. Right, I want it to be very light, just drag it. Okay, stuff like this is okay, stuff like that. it's okay for me. And I'm gonna bring this picture you are seeing here. I download this picture from a site called uihere.com. uihere.com. That's where so what you need to do, just drag your picture from your system. For example, I'm going to show you. You drag this to Coreldraw and drop. There are several ways to import pictures to your drawing, but I'm just showing you an example. You drag it and drop, then you reduce the size and it. So that's it. That's how you can. So I'm going to copy this, the picture I have here. So let me get this. Okay, I think that's what I want, only for this place here. Okay, you can play around with your picture. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to add this effect you are seeing to make it kind of 3D, and to add some, is that shadow or reflection? Yeah, add some reflection. So click on this, or okay, let me show you the simplest way. Is Ctrl+C on the keyboard to copy and Ctrl+V to paste. So I'm going to, there are two stuff here, there are two pictures I copy and paste. You can see it. So I'm going to drag this from this top down, something like this. Okay, because I'm going to make some reflection. So how to apply that? Use your transparency tool and drag it down. Drag it, make the adjustment, play around with it. Okay, stuff like this is cool. I love this. So I'm going to select the two of them, group them, Ctrl+G to group, Ctrl+G on the keyboard, and right click or click inside. So everything is inside that container. So the next thing we're going to do is I'll play around with the text. Don't mind the write-up that is here. I was looking for what to use to depict the design we are using here. So I came up with this. Okay, let's help you advertise. Let's help you advertise with doesn't really make sense though. Big saw with a big saw. Okay, contact us. Okay, I'll put my phone number here in case you want to WhatsApp me. This is my WhatsApp number. I'm going to put here 0818982.37 is a Nigerian number, so I'm going to put +234. Okay, that's my WhatsApp number in case you want to WhatsApp me. So I have that. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to copy this, double click to edit that text. I'm going to cut this. We have cut it. When you see this scissor, that scissor, cut it, that's cut, and when you see this file, you paste it there. So the fonts I'm using here is Roboto. It's Google fonts. You can go to Google and search for Google fonts. You see, I believe the first one that you're going to see is Roboto fonts. So I'm going to use Roboto font. I love using this font. I love using it because it has bold, italic bold, light, thin, and so on. So it has variation. That's why I love using. And another one I may use is Futura. I love this font as well. It has variations. So you may prefer anyone that works for you. Use it, but use font that is cool. I'm going to reduce the size, stuff like that. okay, and keep it here. Some people, when they want to design, they play around with alignments. They set the alignment like stuff like this. I think sometimes it's always 0.3 or 0.5 depending on what you want, stuff like this. I believe you've been seeing that, but I don't want to do that. Okay, it's kind of stressful. I don't want to do that. It doesn't make sense unless I have something I want to print the alignment. I can do that, but for now I don't want that. Okay, advertise suite, big cell. I'm going to take this one out. I don't like breaking apart when I'm typing text unless I'm playing around with the typography, like I want to arrange them, then I'll do that. Control K, Control X to cut, and Control V to paste it. Then from here I can break this apart. How can you break text apart with Coreldraw? Control K, or you come to objects here and break text, artistic text apart. So the font I'm using here as well is Roboto. I don't like changing fonts like Roboto, and I'm going to rotate it. Just click it again and it's going to give you this how do they call it, this rotate and scale, whatever you call it. So I have this, and please, when you're playing around with black color, I don't prefer you use this normal black. This normal black you are seeing here, I don't prefer you. If you take a look at this black and what is here, they are not the same. So I'm going to make my cyan, because I'm working with cyan, magenta, yellow and black color here, CMYK mode here. So I'm going to play around with cyan 100, magenta 100. So what you need to do, double click here, double click where you see this CMYK on your status bar. You double click there, it's going to open this dialog box. Okay, you can play around with cyan. Let cyan be 100%, magenta 100, yellow 100, and black 100. Make everything 100. Then it's going to give you a very deep black. We understand, yeah. And if you take a look at, it's very deep and clean. Love clean color. And I can select this and use it here. It's here. And this one, the color I use here, I pick a color from here because I love playing around with the color of the picture I'm using there, and it's kind of green, so I have it here already. And I want to change the font, because if you take a look at the font I'm using here, it's called Back to Black. Any font that work for you, and I add some effects here. We're going to look at how to do those things. Back to black. Back to black. Okay, it's here. And if you're using this type of fonts, these script fonts, don't use it with a capital letter. Let's assume this big cell. I always see people making that mistake. You are using a script font, but you make it capital letter. It will make everything look very bad for you. So I'm going to do that right now. So what I'm going to do with this capital, let's assume I'm using back to black here. See, everything is very bad. It doesn't make sense. So, but if I'm using title case here, yeah, it's making sense here. But for the sake of this, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to make this pixel big to be big, okay? And the cell here, I'll make it. We can play around with the typography, but for me, I just want to keep everything very simple. And if you take a look at here, I've made some line contour effects here. So we're going to look at how to do that real quick. So what I'm going to do here, go to your contour tool, your toolbox. We have contour tool, click on it, and on your property bar, once you click, your property bar will change automatically. So go to outside, we have to center, we have to inside, and we have outside here. So click on outside. It doesn't matter the color that comes up, just make it a little bit the offset, increase the offset. Okay, that's okay. Make sure it's round, the corners are round. Okay, that's cool. So what we're going to do, click outside to deselect it and click it again. Make sure you click on your contour, go to object and break contour apart. Just break it separate. You've seen it. I'll break this, very nice. So I'm going to remove the fill and keep outline. Remove the fill, click here on this X, or you have it here. Click here to remove the fill. So I'm going to add outline to it. come down to this pen. You can right click on any color here to put outline any color that you want. I want that white. I'm going to increase the width of it, like 2 points is okay. I'm going to change the color to this very color, but let me keep white though. And if I want to add this here, I can as well do that here. So another thing you're going to look at is to add all these objects. You are seeing, I love putting all this because it's make it look add more details to it, make it look simple and nice when pleasing when seeing it. So let's do that. So what I'm going to do there, I'm going to use this still rectangular to just draw a square there and convert this to curve. Go to object and convert to curve. So I'm going to use shape tool. Once you click on shape tool, you will see this anchor point is going to come up, and double click on any anchor point to give you a rectangle. Okay, I'm going to just keep it that way, stuff like that. Reduce, sorry, let me, okay, stuff like that is okay. Reduce the size, then play around with colors. Make sure you remove the line, come down here, remove that line and play around with colors. Duplicate it, Ctrl D to duplicate, and just play around with colors and reduce the size. Don't keep a more particular size. So you can do that real quick. And you don't need to, when mixing color with all this thing we are having here, make sure you use the color that is here, the color you have on this picture. Don't bring any color outside. Let's assume I'm getting color like this color. It may not really make sense to me, it may not make sense, so I'm going to use red because I have something. I can use even orange here, it's still nice, but let me just use this. And after that, the next thing, so you see what I'm doing, and the next thing I'm going to do here is I add some all these little effects. I'm going to show you how to do that real quick. Click on your ellipse tool and zoom in with your mouse. I believe you know, hold down Ctrl key while drawing ellipse, just make it very small, fill it with white. Let me use any color for now and make it very small. So we're going to hold down Ctrl key and take it out from there, right click to duplicate, Ctrl D to give the same thing, or Ctrl plus R to repeat what we've just done. So okay, stuff like that, and group, Ctrl plus G to group it, bring it down, right click and Ctrl plus R to repeat what you've just done, like something like that. Okay, I believe that's cool. Ctrl G to group, just bring it somewhere there. You can see the effect is here. Okay, so just duplicate them, carry them out from there and right click. So here I'm going to use color like this. That doesn't make sense, so let me use white. Okay, it's showing a little bit. Just duplicate this. You can make them kind of, you can make it longer. It depends on what you are doing. Okay, stuff like this. I believe this cool. We've gotten something. And the next thing we're going to do is play around with. I'm going to add small line here. Let's do that real quick. Let me make this here pixel. So I'm going to use freehand to click on where you want to start and hold down shift key. No, I will not hold shift key because the thing is not straight, rather. So I'm going to click somewhere there and to the ending point, increase the width, and you can change the color. I'm using this black because I want the color to complement. Or can use this color. You can go ahead to add shadows to this to make it more unique, but I don't want to do that for the sake of time. So I'm going to take this now. I'm going to play around. Still Roboto. I'm going to use, now I'm not going to use bold. I'm going to use Roboto medium. here, because these are call to action. I'm going to bring it down. It's always necessary. Break apart, Ctrl plus K to break apart on the keyboard. So I will take it here, reduce the size for like 16 is okay. 16 is okay there, and since that one is 16, I may put this one 14. I don't want everything to be the same. Okay, stuff like this. Let me still reduce it to like 12. Note that some clients that you're working with or you're working for, they will be like, it's very small, it's very tiny, make it big, but you don't want this thing to be nice. Sometimes making it the whole thing very big doesn't make sense. Okay, just maintain the size, know what you want to make it big, know what you want to make it small, and it's going to make the work look nice. Okay, shall we understand? If you don't understand, you're on your own. I'm telling you. Okay, right, so I'm playing around with the color. I have red here, so I'm going to put contact us to be red, and what will I put here? Still this black. Doesn't matter, it doesn't really matter. So I'm going to add something like this here. I'm just doing this. Okay, I'm just doing it. I don't know whether it's okay. I'm just want to. Okay, so if you still have more details to put, we still have enough space to, if you want to add your social media icon, if you have any social media icon that you want to put, I believe you don't keep this here, you can keep this one somewhere here and put your social media icon. Since I don't have any social media icon, so just keep it somewhere here. It's okay. So the space I'm having here makes the work look it has some contrast. Okay, is it contrast? Look pleasing, yeah. There's a focus. Okay, yeah. So I have focus points. Now when somebody is seeing this, they're doing the big sell, yeah. Oh wow, big sell. They're selling phone, they're selling mobile phone, and so on. So you can do your own to be. So the last thing we're going to look at is adding this effect, like line, this effect. If you see that and you want that, how do they do that? Okay, I'm going to show you how to do that real quick. Let me make this a little bit bigger because I want to make it okay, stuff like this. So what I'm going to do that, let me show you how to do that real quick. I'm going to still get this to make it big. Okay, go back there and you guys know how I did this one here. I'm going to take this out, make it big, flip it, something like this. Okay, so I'm going to use like 10% of black here because the background color, make sure that the color you're using for the effect complements with the background color. So I'm going to use this and use your transparency to drag it out a little bit. So my focus is going to be on this particular line. I just want to keep a very small line there and drag it out. It doesn't matter, just okay. So you can see we have small little effects there. Okay, I'm going to take it somewhere here first. Let's keep it here. We all see, you can see it here. The reason why I'm keeping it, I want to take out everything here inside. So what I'm going to do, select everything, right click and take it inside. So it's inside now. So I'm going to bring this guy, still take it inside, right click, then edit the power clip. So let's look at where do we, okay, it's here. Sorry, looking for it. Okay, this is it. Okay, I have it here. So what I'm going to do, carry it with your mouse, carry it out and right click. Have one effect, Ctrl plus R to repeat what you've just done. Ctrl plus R on the keyboard, R, Ctrl R, Ctrl R, Ctrl R, Ctrl R. Yeah, I have that nice effect there. Okay, so let me take this up. You can select this and shift page up to take it up a little. So I'm going to edit your power clip. Alright, I believe that's there's some mistakes, small mistake that you can increase the size. But what I did here, I convert this to bitmap. And fade this side away a little bit, fade this a little bit, fade this a little bit. So you can go ahead and make your own look more unique. For the sake of this tutorial, I may not go ahead and do all those things. I believe you guys have gotten something. I believe on simplicity. Always keep your work simple. But if you want to go ahead and make it more complicated, you can do that. Okay, but make sure it's readable, make sure it's captivating, and make sure you like it. When you like it and other people like it, I believe I like it the way it is. I love the way it is. It's very simple. But if you want to go ahead and add shadow here to make this thing more visible, I can go ahead and do that. Hold down shift key to dip this out. Okay, I want to add a little outline to it. You press down F12 on your keyboard to bring down pen tool. So I'm going to add a white field there behind, and then and your limit should be 50. Okay, and stuff like that. Okay, like this. Okay. Alright guys, I believe we've gotten something. Please, if this method you really love this and it worked for you, please do well to subscribe, leave a comment. Any place I don't understand, just leave a comment. I would love to answer you.